Now for much more on the subject, we're joined from Jerusalem by Fatah activist Sinijlawi. Thanks for being with us here. First of all, finishing off on that quote from Ayelet Shaked here, clearly highlighting the differences in this government, this new Israeli government, which is quite different than anything we've seen before here, certainly in recent time here. How is that government's approach appear to be with Ramallah now here? It appears there are new contacts with the Palestinian Authority. Is that likely to be a new chapter of diplomacy?
Well, first of all, we have a lot of respect to Meretz as Palestinians. Meretz has been a very important political partner for the peace process. They support the two-state solution. We can see their member of Knesset demonstrating against Sheikh Jarrah and Southern Hebrew like Moshe Raz and others. So we have a lot of respect to Meretz. And Meretz is always a very good partner in the peace process for the Palestinians. But really, I have a lot of doubts about the reason behind these meetings. I see them more as decoration, cosmetics. They don't have any substance because both ministers, the health minister and the minister for regional cooperations, they don't have any mandate to enter into negotiations with Abass and the Palestinians on the major sensitive political issues. So this is just a decorative, a media show, a photo opportunity. It does not have any substance. And for us as Palestinians, we might see this a little bit as a support from Meretz to Abass, who has been seen as a symbol of oppression to the Palestinian people, a leader that has been denying the rights of his people to organize general elections. He has canceled the elections just some months ago, and he continues to employ himself as the president of the Palestinian people, regardless the fact that around 52% of the population now in the Palestinian Authority areas have never participated in any elections. So there should be, I think, if Meretz would like to invest more efforts towards achieving something, they could pick up an issue, for example, of pushing their government to accept organizing the elections in Jerusalem, and thus putting Abass in the corner. He has used the excuse of Israel not allowing the elections in Jerusalem to cancel the elections forever. So if they would like to play a role in a major development in the region, a breakthrough, it should be pushing their own government, their own coalition, to just let go the Palestinian elections the way that it was organized during Netanyahu and Sharon and Rabin. Just leaving things to happen in Jerusalem the way that they used to happen, allowing elections to take place in the post offices.
But on two fronts here, you mentioned some expectations perhaps among the Palestinian people here that Israel may play a role in spurring change among the Palestinian Authority. That's interesting enough. But aren't all these meetings, I mean, these are, Meretz now isn't coming from the opposition. They're part of the government now. We saw Defense Minister Benny Gantz come to Ramallah as well. Very significant visit there with, also with Abass at this point. Might this be laying the groundwork for more serious engagement, though? These are maybe lower bar meetings to happen now, but is there a positive angle to them that there could be more to come? This is, after all, only the first few months of this new Israeli government.
Well, being realistic, we don't see any horizon for these meetings, except when Bennett decides officially to be engaged on a political agenda with the Palestinians. And then I think I have doubts that Abass now really represents the Palestinian. He is disconnected with the street. A poll has showed that 80% of the Palestinians are calling him to leave, and 78% of the Palestinians are calling for organizing elections. So first of all, there should be a proper elected partner on the Palestinian side, and then there should be an official decision from the prime minister to be engaged with the Palestinians. This could lead to something. But these meetings, even Gantz meeting has been a pure routine security coordination meeting. It did not have any political issues on the agenda. And for the Palestinians, of course, it is very important to be engaged with the Israelis, regardless if it is low profile or high profile. But the people, the average Palestinian, is really looking for the day that he can see himself free, that can he see himself able to progress in his life. being so long under occupation for 54 years is a lot of burden on most of the Palestinians. So the average Palestinian, most of the Palestinians are looking for the day that there will be a serious negotiations that will lead to some kind of a political settlement that is accepted by them.
Sinijlawi, sorry to cut you. We're approaching the break here. Truly appreciate your insight on the issue here. Again, some talks between Ramallah and Jerusalem here, but we'll be right back.